Hey everyone, I hope everybody is staying on the upside. I don't really have a drum cover ready today. I don't have access to a way to edit it and things right at the moment, but I was on my OBS software here doing another message of a little WhatsApp thing, a little podcast thing that I have. And I thought while I'm on this, to just have something to put on my drumming channel and say, hello, everyone. Hope everybody's staying on the upside. This let people know I'm still around. So what I will do on my last cover, some people asked, "What's this? What's this?" Well, that's what I'm going to do on this video today is cover what this is. It's basically just a bunch of junk that I got laying around here or junk that I use. It's basically parts from my shells from my PDD kit. And I will note right now, it's basically just shells or triggers from my electric drums put in it. I take this head off, this rim off, and this shell off and put this bottom in it. And that pretty well makes up what it is. If I don't know if you can see it. No. Yeah, you can see the trigger in there just a little bit. Anyway, basically put down into this. Same way with the bass drum. Same way with the snare. The bass drum and the snare was this half shell drums that I used from acoustic kit that I once had that got damaged. And so basically the cymbals are from the Alicia's command kit. The module, all of them doing different, is using software from a laptop to get better sounds. And so is this crash from the Alicia's. The ride, it's something that I made up. Let me switch cameras. You might get a better idea. But the ride is something that I made up from, and it's the regular O cymbal, painted flat black with some padding on it or some rubber to take the sound down just a little bit. The floor tom is the 12-inch from my acoustic PDD kit. So we same way, just these shells put down in it. I might give you a better idea from the snare. It is a 12 cut down kit. You can see the piece of wood in there with the L brackets with some adjustable bolts and screws in there to adjust it to the head. I just use mesh heads with the size of the drum to make up the bigger sizes. On this one, I do have an additional trigger for the rim shot, and it's just pigtailed off with a jack, with a stereo jack to send to each trigger. And for the rim click, I'm using this cowbell it's a DIY cowbell. As you can see, the foam in it and the rubber on top here with a piezo on it with a piece of wire with a jack. It's a single stage. It's all you need, something to trigger a cowbell, or in this case, I use it for a cowbell, tambourine. I use it for the rim click. It's just I've got set on my module where to move it to make it whichever one that I want, which it mounts right here beside the snare. And I will simply just plug the jack up, and then I've got a rim click or whatever trigger that I want to put on it, I can. Glory of Electric. And the ride is a DIY as well. It's just got a couple of piezos on it with the wire run to each piezo with a stereo jack to where to pick up the bow and the bell. Now, for the edge, I have one Summers that's in storage. I've not took the time to dig it out, but it's set up basically like this. If I wanted to, I could just simply mount this underneath and do the same thing for the edge. Anyway, so we got first sizes: a 12 snare, a 10 rack tom, a 12 floor tom with a 16-inch bass drum, with the 10-inch cymbals, with a 14-inch Dill's on ride. Like I said, if I round up the trigger, it would be a 3-zone. You just use a separate jack to plug it in. For the stands of this, I'm using the regular drum stands with different hardware on it. I tried to set it up, most of it on 2 racks. We have a couple of standalones, the cowbell and the hi-hat, but other than that, everything goes on 2 stands. Why did I do that? Make it convenient to set up if I go out to a restaurant or a small church. I admit this looks a lot cooler than the rack. This actually takes up less space than that rack from the electric drums with these little pads here. Believe it or not. On this rack right here, as you can see it right here sitting down in the floor. Let me jiggle it. You see it there? Okay. I've got the tom and the couple crashes with the module right here hid over here in the corner. That's what I'm running off of this stand. And then when I go set it up, everything's marked. It falls right back in its place. I may have to wiggle it around just a little bit to tweak it a little bit to get it where I want it, but most of all of this is in one place, and I just have to move the whole rack to line it up a little bit when I throw the bass drum down. The snare is a standalone on the snare stand, the hi-hat and the bell is, and on this side I'm running the ride, a crash, and the floor tom on it, and it works pretty much the same way. So the sizes of this drum kit, I really think balances out pretty good. Let me see if I can enlarge this, and I'll go over that real quick. But the sizes are the 12-inch snare with a mesh head, a 10-inch with a mesh head. I just used the head from the 10-inch pad that I have with a command. And then the floor tom is a 12. So we're looking at a 12, 10, 12, 16-inch bass drum, 10, 14, the 10 over there. That pretty well makes the size up of this kit and gives you the makeup of this kit. That's pretty well it in a nutshell. Is what I've told you. I'm using software, if I think I mentioned it, to trigger better sounds, and it works great for what I do and for out here doing drum covers. If I take it out to a restaurant or a small church, it looks great on the stages because it's small. Most things around here is combined, so you have to have a combined kit or it stays in the car. Just saying. It works great by using the sounds out of the laptop. I can just simply, what I do, I send the laptop back to the module, and then when we plug in, I've got the sounds from the module of the acoustic, the Alicia's kit, and then also in the AUX, I'm running this back in it. Then when it goes out, they pretty well can, get it what volume they want it. And if anything else goes on, I will have to tweak it in the module or right here if there's anything. Sometimes they want me to cut the bass drum down a little or a hi-hat or something. My ears don't recognize the hi-hats like it should, so I usually have to take in consideration, I'm not hearing them like everybody else is because of ear damage. And the acoustics I hear fine, but the electric ones I have trouble hearing, so I tend to get the volume up too high. But other than that, it's nothing, it's very inexpensive. It's just junk that I had laying around here. From the electric kit, it's all electric. and I'm running an old cheap double bass kicker on it. Every now and then I want to throw a thump in there, you know. Other than that, I don't have a lot in it. I bought the kit as a damaged kit back when I bought it 4 years ago. It's already paid for itself. Um, and the acoustics, the way I traded, I don't know, I may have 50 in it. So the triggers I made was, you know, get a whole big old bag of piezo's from Amazon, Jacks and stuff for, you know, really under $20. So it's just, and the wrap is this old wrap from Walmart. I will say on the wrap, if you're going to do it, I would recommend you spend a little bit. This is cheap wrap, like you would put in a shelf or something in your home. It's nothing fancy. That is my regret. The reason I wrapped it is for it to match my acoustics or my electric ones or my smaller pancake kit. And it works great for what I do. It might not work for you, but for those of you that ask, that's what this is a mixture of my acoustics and my electric drums. I just wanted it to look more like real drums, you know, from the stage, and also just me sitting behind them. Anyway, I hope that helped. I hate that I'm not on here like I was, but you know, we do the best we can do. So for those that was wondering, that makes this kit up pretty much. I hope I covered everything. Have a good one. Stay on the upside.